All right, I'm really excited for this one. I feel like I'm home and that I've found my people. I've thought about this all the time and I didn't know there's a word for it. Welcome to pareidolia. I probably butchered the pronunciation, but this is a subreddit for pictures of things that are kind of inanimate, but that evoke or look like other things that make you think of other things. Here, hold on. Wikipedia can help with this. Pareidolia, that's how you pronounce it, is a psychological phenomenon in which the mind responds to a stimulus by perceiving a familiar pattern where none exists. The example photo being a place on Mars, often called the face of Mars because it looks like a face, but it's really just the ground on Mars, or a little hill on Mars, but it's rock formation. Anyway, I didn't know this was a thing. Like, dude, a few weeks ago, I posted an image here on my Twitter, and it's a scuff that's just on one of my floor tiles right outside of my bedroom. And I'm like, this looks like a seahorse. I'd seen it a million times and only finally decided to post a photo of it. And people were like, oh, you should post this on Mildly Interesting on Reddit. I was like, I don't know if it really fits Mildly Interesting, but it fits pareidolia. It's like it's a arbitrary scuff, but it looks like a seahorse. Oh man, okay, this is the longest intro I've ever done to one of these videos, but I'm just so excited. I finally found a new word for something I've thought about. All right, anyway, let's start off down here with one from 7 hours ago, actually. We got like a new one of the top posts of all time, Yoshi. It does look like Yoshi a little bit. It's like, okay, hold on. If you don't see it, you got the tack and the Speedo are like the eyes, and then you got the tongue coming out from the bottom of where the horn is, and then the Ford logo is like the nose. See, oh my, I'm so happy that I found this. This is amazing. Oh, that's so great. That's Yoshi right there. This tree looks like a dragon. Dude. Anyone would see that looks like a dragon. That doesn't even take like, a stretch at all. That's just like a solid freaking dragon right there. I'm going to go out in the wilderness now, and every time I ever find anything that looks like anything else, I'm going to take a photo of it. I'm probably going to be too self-conscious to ever post it on this subreddit because I'll be like, are other people going to be as supportive of me at what I think this looks like? I don't know. Maybe I should post my seahorse tile scuff photo on here and be like, hey guys, do you accept my token of contribution? Please leave me alone. What? Is that a real eggplant? That's the most amazing eggplant that I've ever seen. This is the most neutral looking facial expression I've ever seen in my entire life. It reminds me of like the neutral response video. The one that to this day, I want to check the neutral response video, actually. I don't know if it still has an equal number of likes and dislikes. I certainly hope it does, because that is a feat of collaboration. If you've never seen the neutral response video, actually, I don't want people to mess it up, but it's gone this far without people messing it up. Or if people have imbalanced it, it's gotten corrected. It's pretty incredible. Anyway, but that is that is a very meh eggplant. Heels, why not Zoidberg? I feel like there've got to be so many things in the world that evoke Zoidberg thoughts and attributions. Oh my God, that really is. That's like a Zoidberg shoe. Like that honestly, Matt Groening did Futurama, right? He should like go and ink a deal with a shoe company to make Zoidberg heels that are just sold kind of under the cover so that no one really realizes when they buy them. Like, it's just marketed as a luxury shoe brand, but it's actually officially licensed Futurama merchandise. My friends and I have been laughing at the left car for hours. That's a heck of a thing to do, is just be out in the snow. Were you really out in the snow, like, laughing for hours? Could just envision, like, people walking by just looking at you, like, laughing. Then they they take a trip, go to the store, walk back. They're, like, huddling themselves in their jacket, and those guys are still there laughing. Why are they still laughing? What are they doing? I don't understand. You've been out there for hours. I don't think you were out there for hours laughing. But anywho, it looks very, very disappointed. But then, dude, cars in general, when you look at the front of cars, they all seem to resemble some kind of face, though. Like, if you really think about it, just go look at a bunch of cars, look at the front of them, and the headlight, grille, logo combo usually looks like some kind of face. And I've thought about it before, and I've been like, I wonder if this is on purpose. I wonder if there's some sort of like psychological, mental attribution of a certain kind of face corresponding to a certain type of car, and that if you want to get like a supercar or something, you'll notice a lot of them have more like sinister looking faces to them. Whereas this one over on the right, even though that's not what we're talking about here in the image, it's got more of like a happy grill, and it's more of just like your everyday daily driver. And I wonder if that's done on purpose, honestly. Is that a thing that designers actually try to do, is build some sort of face into the front of the car? Probably Google, why do cars look like faces? Little frightened guys. I love the shifty eyes. What is actually contributing to that? Is it just because of the angle that it's taken, or is there something? God, those things need washing though. Oh man, if my light switches ever end up getting that dirty, please call me out on it. They look like they're huddling together. The one on the right is kind of like tilted. It's like, no, do you see what's going on over there, buddy? He's like, yeah, no, I see. There's someone who's about to push our noses, and it's not good. The garage door is staring at me. Back up from your monitor. That's the craziest shadow. That's incredible, actually. That looks like something that could be photoshopped almost, but also real at the same time. Like, it does look like a shadow, but it also just looks like a super chiseled dude, super chiseled jawline, kind of like one of those Greek marble statue faces. That's like face skulls. That shadow is face skulls. Right there. I want to look like that shadow. That shadow has a future in modeling, okay? Like, the chin, though, is just, that chin could cut diamond. Two bearded men. Oh, it's like it took me a moment. I'm like, they're turtles. It's just turtles, but actually, okay. I feel like you got it. Backing up helps in these scenarios. It's like the reflection on the floor combined with the turtles are like hats. And then so you got like the mouth right there, you got the eyes, and then you got the whole beard with some real serious sideburns. There's just about the most dense popping out sideburns I've ever seen. Like, Wolverine ain't got nothing on that. These are the real Wolverine. Hugh. It's Nigel Thornberry. Smashing. Oh my God, it really does. See, this is what I'm telling you. I swear to God, car designers with the front of cars, they make it look like a face. It always looks like a face. I'm not crazy. There's going to be more cars, I swear. I haven't looked, but I know there are going to be more cars as we go up. There just are. This is the Nigel Thorn, and it's so fitting that it's like a buggy or something. Cactus doing a little bit of rock climbing. That's great. That's great. Like, what are the odds of that situation playing out in nature? That's pretty awesome. I would probably not recommend climbing in to get a closer look in case you fall on the cactus. It almost looks like, because there's that little cactus that's underneath the actual climbing cactus. It's like it's trying to climb away. It's like, oh God, I don't want to fall on the cactus down there. I already have so many spines in me as it stands because I am a cactus. I don't want to fall and get more in me. It's just perpetually holding on for dear life so as to not fall onto the cactus below it. Poor guy. Now that's an air guitar. Yeah. Oh, it says, wow, sweet Photoshop. Oh, man, ruined everything. The comments ruined it. It's Photoshop. One of the top of all time, and it's yeah, you can see some, like, definite artifacting there. I often wonder, like, what motivation? Like, would someone Photoshop that to get sweet karma points on the internet? Or would it be to be used in an article or something like that? I mean, the things people do for those sweet karma points. Let her in. God, that's so creepy. Dude, I can only imagine walking back home at night and just the moon hitting at the right angle so as to just illuminate it just enough. Like, imagine that's kind of right next to your front door. It kind of looks like a bloody corpse. Like, there's some red tint to that. It's just like, it looks like blood. Oh, God. I would actually probably have a goddamn heart attack. I do really bad when it comes to jump scares. I'm so bad that even if I'm driving and I'm going around a corner and a car comes the other direction around the corner, I'm like, oh, it's just a car. Yeah, that's what happens when you're driving on the road, is usually there are other cars. But for some reason, I might actually just die. Now, I feel like next time I go to a convention, if people see me, they're going to like try to jump scare me. Don't do that, please. I don't want to die. I grew a rare bell Pepe. I can see what this is from the thumbnail already. I like how the top comment is, this might be the rarest Pepe out there. It would be pretty rare for this situation to play out. Oh boy. And it was a green one too. What are the odds? Not only that the pepper grows in that shape, but that it's also a green one, which matches the Pepe. That is the world's rarest Pepe. The roof is very high, both literally and in shit, I forgot how to pronounce pareidolia. Pareidolia terms, it's also high. I feel like the architect had to have like almost done that on purpose. There's just no way you do your drawings and you don't realize that it just looks like hey. And then the molding or the gutter just looks like it's like the you do like Krabby Patty Squidward like that. It kind of looks like that face that SpongeBob makes. Also the high part. Also no, it's just high. I'm not making any inappropriate references. It's just high off the ground. That's all. And roofs are naturally high. Like that's kind of what they do. Is they're high. You want a low roof? No, you don't. You don't want to have to duck to walk around your home. You want your roof to be high. Grandma Caterpillar putting on lipstick. That's amazing. It looks a little bit more like, I don't know. Honestly, it just looks like a character out of a Pixar movie. Like if I was a Pixar creative lead or animator or modeler, I'd be like, this is going in Bug's Life 2. I don't know that there's gonna ever be a Bug's Life 2 because Bug's Life was a long, long time ago. But I'd be like, that is actually gonna be a caterpillar character in Bug's Life 2. Also, it kind of looks like a minion. It kind of looks like a minion that got turned into a minion centipede, which is a horrifying thought, actually. Oh God, that's like an animated character. Or, dude, they could make Pixar pay me lots of royalties if you do this, but you could just make a movie about pareidolia where all the characters in the movie are like inanimate objects, but they actually are characters like this. Like you could have Roof. Roof could be a character in the pareidolia movie by Pixar, and all these, and then you could have Bloody Ice Monster is the villain, and all the others are trying to, like you got these that are all trying to warn the people of the town about Bloody Ice Monster. All right, this is why I don't work in movies, okay? But I feel like I'm onto something. Serious, suspicious vampire. Not serious vampire, suspicious. That's like Cars, okay? Because, yeah, what am I talking about, dude? When I was talking about cars having faces, like Pixar car movies kind of like play off of that as it stands. That's why it works, is because, and then you got the Chevron mascots that I'm not crazy. I'm not the first person to notice that. Companies have definitely marketed based on that principle before, but this is the rear end of the car. So this could be the character in Cars that talks out of its ass. That's actually a pretty beautiful rear end, though. It's real nice. I think I've seen one of those in person before, but I didn't really think about, yeah, it just looks kind of constipated, angry, discerning, suspicious. Stephen Hawking, we're into the top 3 posts of all time of the most pareidolia invoking things ever. I get it. I get it. Yeah, I guess. It's because Stephen Hawking's head tilts to one side. Yeah. No, that's fair. Is that insensitive? It's not. It's just an observation, I suppose. No, like the top comment says, very minimalistic. Like exceedingly, that is the most minimalistic thing, but yet it's like, no, I get it. All right, Toyota Corolla. Smoking a cigarette and using a selfie stick. Picturing this just posted on Instagram. Yeah, been a bit of a rough day. Taking a load off, taking a drag, chilling with my buds. They're kind of arguing there in the background. I don't know what's going on, but I'm relaxing. I told you there was going to be more car stuff here. Rear ends and the front end, because the front end of the car, it looks like it is just it ate like part of a telephone pole. Is that actually, like, you know, there's that expression, someone wrapped their car around the pole. Usually it's not literally, this is the pole is wrapped around the car. Is that actually, so is that the base of the pole, the tip of the cigarette, and then it goes through and then wraps around, I'm using my finger, I should probably use my cursor, and then wraps around and like, is that what happened? How did you do that? How does that that's one continuous piece of metal. Because look, it's hexagonal or octagonal, and this is octagonal. It's the same thing. That's like a next level. I don't even know how you do that. I feel like the person went and made the title of the top post here a little political, potentially. And so for that reason, we'll take a pass on it. But you can kind of see from the thumbnail there, you know, it does evoke some, Donald Trump looking. But then I just don't like to get into politics, you know? But anyway. All right. Well, thank you so much for browsing the pareidolia subreddit with me today. I'm so happy that I've learned a new term, something I've thought about for so long, and maybe you've learned it as well with me. And this was an educational experience for all of us. So, yeah, thanks so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed. Make sure to like if you like. Check out the playlist in the description if you want to catch more videos like this one. And if you want to listen to the music over playing in the background right now, it's linked in the outro over on Mere Music. All right, I'll see you next time.